Welcome to the Shark Tank, where entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their business.
So tell me your sales.
Just over $30 million.
Wow. If the Sharks hear a great idea,
Bam!
they'll invest their own money and fight each other for a deal.
I'll give you $200,000 on 50%.
Oh, you're so generous. I'll give you the $200,000 for 25%.
I'll go down to 25%.
Now it gets interesting.
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
But Kevin's almost right?
He's always right.
You better roll up your pant legs when you say that.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Damon John dominated the fashion world with FUBU. Now he's the branding expert behind multiple global brands generating billions in sales. Robert Herjavec, son of an immigrant factory worker, founded one of the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. And Mark Cuban, renowned billionaire tech mogul and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank is an innovative packaging company designed for superfans.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Brittany Hodak. And I'm Kim Kaup, and we're entertainment superfans from New York, New York. Today, we're here seeking $725,000 for a 10% equity stake in our company, ZenePack.
Wow.
Superfans are everywhere. They paint their faces on game day, head to midnight movie premieres in costume, and they've seen their favorite band play live 37 times. Our products, ZenePacks, speak to this audience with the ultimate fan collectible, exclusive merchandise, and magazines and music.
Our ZenePacks have caught the attention of some pretty big stars. Our clients include Katy Perry, Brad Paisley, Kiss, and Florida Georgia Line, just to name a few. But now we need your help to expand beyond the music industry so that superfans everywhere can have ZenePack products for the movies, video games, and teams they love. Our products are best appreciated up close. In addition to some of our favorite products, you guys will find a surprise inside that you just might like.
There's a lot of surprises here.
Oh, I love this book.
So some magnets, those are trading cards.
You each have your own collectible trading card.
Why don't you walk us through your business model?
So, like a lot of startups, we're constantly evolving.
Okay.
When we launched the company 3.5 years ago, the problem that we were trying to solve was really how to make physical music tangible and relevant. And our insight was that physical music isn't superior to digital music. Why would you get in your car, drive to the store, buy a CD if you weren't getting anything that was better that you could just download on your computer?
So you were trying to support the distribution of physical CDs with additional content.
Okay, so
so
just
here-
tell us your model.
tell us how it works, how do
what
you
your
make
revenues
money?
are, how you make money, etc.
Yeah, so when an artist is putting out an album or doing a tour or anything, they come to us and say, we want to connect with our super fans in a way that's really engaging and on our terms.
So if you guys will look at the Brad Paisley sample that you have, this is Brad's album release that came out about a month ago.
And where does this come? Does it?
This is in Walmart.
Oh, it has the record right in
So
it.
this is the deluxe pack.
That's very clever. All right, so tell me your sales for the last 12 months.
Well, year to date, we're a little over $3 million. Our ZenePack products, since we launched 3.5 years ago, just over $30 million in Walmart stores.
Wow.
So music
So you're
products, you guys
basically,
know, is 100%
you're basically a
physical.
packaging agency.
They're an
right?
agency.
We also do a lot more than that. So for the first couple of years, we were just focused on solving this problem of how do we make music relevant at Walmart. And our celebrity clients came back to us and said, we love working with you, but we're not going to have another album for 2 years. So what can we do in the meantime? So that's when we started expanding, and all the other products that you guys see in front of you came out of that insight.
Brittany,
So
how did you come together?
The two of us met in late 2010. We were working at an advertising agency in New York. The idea for ZenePack was one that I had in college. I was interning for a major record company, and every industry executive would say, nobody's buying physical music. And I thought, well, that's because nobody's making physical music superior to anything else. And I worked at a couple of other record companies after I graduated, and nobody liked this idea. I was actually told by my boss at one point, I don't pay you to have ideas, I pay you to implement the ideas I give you. And I met Kim, and Kim had similar frustrations from the publishing industry. industry, and we said, you know what, if we do this together with my background in music and your background in publishing, we might be able to pull this thing off.
So you guys have got an exclusive relationship with Walmart.
We have an exclusive with Walmart on the Zine Pack configuration. So the Brad Paisley package that you're holding, that's a Walmart product. None of the other product on the table is Walmart product.
So we've grown outside of retail, and we've grown into ticketing, the little small ticket that you guys have in front of you.
This one?
That was the ticket to Mumford & Sons tour last summer. So we customized all 140,000 tickets. It's the first time it's ever been done on such a large scale before.
I just want to point something out about trying to value what you're worth today. You have a massive risk because you have one customer. Like, why aren't you talking about Best Buy and Target and other customers to diversify your
Because Best Buy
revenue?
and Target sales together and music don't equal what Walmart sells.
That's not good.
Bam!
And one of the things about our growth, we turn down about 50% of the people who come to us asking for business because we want to keep it exclusive. We want to be a product that's just for super fans.
All right. I mean, I'll make you an offer in terms of what I think it's worth. Okay.
What do you think it's worth, Kevin?
I would do the $725,000 for 35%.
Thank you for the offer.
And that's basically what a venture firm would give you today. Otherwise, it's not commensurate with the risk I'm taking.
Well, we don't see it as a risk because, as we said, we're working to do more and more of our business outside of Walmart. The Walmart relationship has been amazing because our history in 3.5 years with Walmart has allowed us to work with 75 different amazing
But you know what
artists.
I'm talking about. You've got to diversify.
What do you project your sales to be next year?
$8 million.
So, why do you need us?
So we feel very confident about our ability in the music space. We've been living it and breathing it every single day. Where we are going to need help is as we grow into other verticals. So we know that this is an amazing opportunity for sports.
And look, I see what you guys are doing. It's great, but I also see the desperation side, too. The challenge is it's a declining industry, as you know, physical CDs, and you're aware of that. And you're looking to complement all your other areas. You haven't really given us a strategy to get beyond Walmart. I don't see the future yet, and for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you, Mark.
For us, it's not going to be a dying thing because there are super fans out there for everything. That's why the whole companies like Comic-Con exist because people
NASCAR,
love
Formula
NASCAR.
One.
Yeah, but you're still building around physical, right?
We're getting people
something
something to
fans
hold
like
and
to hold
something
it.
to love.
Okay, guys, let me help. Listen, here, I'm going to take a flyer with you. I'll give you the $725 for 30%.
Thank you for the offer.
Ladies, you did an amazing job today. I get it right away, and I get the extension to the super fan. I think that's what some of the other sharks are missing.
I get it too. I almost think that, sometimes when something like just seems to go away, some people start to really miss it more and want something tangible.
And exclusive.
A keepsake.
Exactly.
I love supporting great, smart women. I'm going to make you an offer. I would like, though, to have Robert come in with me. We would give you $725 for 20%.
I'm happy to go along with Lori. I think she's the right partner. I think we bring different things to it.
I'll go down to 25%.
So 25% from Damon with 20% between Robert and Lori. I'm $725 for 35%. That's all you're worth, I'm sorry.
And I just want to clarify, our sales will be close to $4 million this year. That $3 million is our year-to-date.
I will adjust down to 30% then. if
Oh,
that's
you're so
true.
generous.
Those are serious offers. That's a lot of cash in the Shark Tank.
What are you guys going to do?
One shark is out. Kim and Brittany have 3 offers from the other 4 sharks for their creative packaging company, Zine Pack.
Those are serious offers. That's a lot of cash in the Shark Tank.
What are you guys going to do?
We have a team of such hardworking women in New York. Before we left, they said, we'd love for you to not do a deal that values you at less than $5 million because we've worked so hard and done so much to help build this company up. So I'm wondering if you all would be interested in doing the deal at 14%.
Wow. No, I'll pass on that. I'm out.
I worked so hard for the last 45 years to get to this seat. I can only go as low as 20%.
Thank you.
Brittany, you're at 14%. We're at 20%.
Just offer them more
We
money.
will meet you in the middle at 17.5.
Don't do it.
Let us confer, please. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow, you guys did an amazing job.
Your work is beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She is solid.
I think
I think you did a good deal, except you overpaid 2 years ahead.
Kevin.
Admit it.
I don't think you
can't get it
overpaid.
right every time.
Lori, It doesn't matter what they say.
We're really excited about the deal we made. It was a little more equity than we wanted to give up, but for two sharks, it was a game well played.
In the first season of Shark Tank, Heath Hall and Brett Thompson struck a deal with Barbara Corcoran for their barbecue sauce and seasoning company, Pork Barrel Barbecue.
Barbara, are you making an offer?
I am $50,000, so 50% of the business.
We'd love to accept your offer.
Let's see how they're doing now.
When we first pitched, we were a small company with barely any sales.
Now, 5 years later, we have over $10 million in sales
In a Pork Barrel Barbecue restaurant.
Thank you. Enjoy. Our distribution has exploded. We're in 5,000 stores with another 3,000 on the way by 2015.
It's a lot of barbecue sauce.
There it is. Look at that. With Barbara's help, our dream has come true. Our products have made it onto the shelves of Sam's Club.
$2 million. Congratulations.
Thanks, Barbara. Sam's Club picking up our products in all their stores is the single biggest order we've ever had, over $2 million.
Here we are. We finally got a spot indoors.
Heath and Brett have been trying to get into Sam's Club for over 3 years. They camped out in the parking lot trying to meet the upper management. I introduced them to the upper management, and bam, the order finally went through. Toast?
Cheers.
Hey, hey, hey.
We're fortunate to be able to live the American dream, cooking the American cuisine. There's nothing more American than two guys with a good idea and really being able to create something from nothing.
Next up is a business to ensure you always have the best seat in the house.
Hello, my name is Jamie Manning.
And I'm Dean Whitney. We're here today from Boston, Massachusetts.
Our company is Snagastool. We are seeking $120,000 in exchange for an 18% stake in our company. Snagastool is the first and only mobile app that ensures you'll get the best seat at your favorite bar.
At the bar, you get the best service, the best view of the TV, and you get to talk to the bartender. But as we all know, sometimes it's impossible to get a seat at the bar.
Naturally, we thought, there's got to be an app for that. But there wasn't, so we created one. Now, with Snagastool, you simply pick your favorite bar, like the Shark Tank Bar and Grill.
They make a mean Mark Cuban Libra.
You could select the date and the time and the number of bar stools, and you get to snag the best seat in the house.
Bars love Snagastool. It creates new opportunities to fill off-peak times, to attract new customers, and to create lifelong fans. We've created an incredible customer experience, and we've proven that with some amazing bars.
So the only question we have left, Sharks, who wants to snag a stool?
Why do I need you? You said off-peak times. If I own the bar and it's off-peak, the bar stool's empty anyway. You don't need to reserve it. If the bar is super busy, what's the benefit to me to leave the bar stool empty waiting for you? Someone's always going to sit in it.
That's right. So there are 2 time periods on Snagastool, and we've identified those as peak times and off-peak times.
Okay.
And during the off-peak times, that's when bars will offer incentives, like a free beer or a free appetizer, to attract people to their bar to fill those stools.
Okay, so I go on your app, I get a free beer.
That's right.
And the advantage to the bar is to get customers in when it's not busy.
Absolutely.
I could see, like, people just really being pissed off if they go into their favorite bar,
Yeah.
it's jam-packed, and there's 2 signs like that on the stools.
I can see having those there could be like, make it interesting, right? Who's coming, it's reserved. Just like when you see reserved tables.
I'm from Boston, okay? I've never heard of this, all right? Let's talk about the El Supremo bar stool. Upstairs bar, Grill 23, Pats game on a Sunday. What are you going to do for me there? I'm not having any trouble filling that bar. In fact, people are screaming to sit on one of those seats. So how does it work? Let's say I want to go to a Pats game and I don't want to sit there for 2 hours to keep my seat. Is there any way I can use your app to reserve my seat 15 minutes before game time?
It depends on if the bar has enough inventory of stools and if they haven't been snagged.
Because
up
they
to that point.
allocate a certain amount.
That's right. Not all bar stools are open for the service. People are willing to pay for this experience. So for people who aren't able to get to the bar 2 or 3 hours early, people who are working late, people who don't have the ability to sit and nurse a beer for hours, these bars now have the ability to provide.
How do you charge?
So we charge by the hour or by the game, depending on what the bar would
Okay,
like
so
to
give me an
charge.
example.
Yeah, so right now we've partnered with some amazing bars in the Boston area.
How many?
So right now we're with 3 bars, and that's for our-
3 bars.
Yep.
Guys, I get you got to crawl before you ball,
Yeah.
but why just 3 bars?
So we just wanted to start off with a pilot, and we really wanted to partner with people who really believed in the concept. We're not going to take revenue from these because
All right, you have no sales.
it's our proof of concept.
There are so many apps right now designed for bars. Why are they even going to deal with you when you're just one of 50 apps that are approaching them?
So Mark, in our opinion, the art of bartending has died slowly. We're trying to get back to the days when a bartender reached across the bar and knew your name, knew who you were.
You better roll up your pant legs when you say that,
Don't
right?
dismiss this, because it means a lot, because that's how you build loyalty, is by providing an enhanced customer service.
Yeah, but that's not what you're selling, though.
Except, you know, there's something intriguing about your concept, because there's probably 25 stools upstairs at Grill 23, another 40 downstairs at the downstairs bar. They're the most coveted seats for any game.
So why do they need that?
Wait, hear me out on this. If I could go to them and say, look, give me 20% of your inventory, and I'll guarantee you $200 for that seat.
But Kevin's almost right?
He's always right.
Look, the only way that I think this is going to work is if you went to this 23 and you said, you know what, I'm going to guarantee you $10,000 up front.
Then you have inventory.
Well, it's not even for inventory. It shows them the value.
Well, you have a guaranteed revenue stream.
Right, it's
That's
newfound revenue. Yeah, when you just say, you know what, give me 5 bar stools every Friday and Saturday night. I'm going to write you the check in advance, and what they spend on the bar is still yours. You guys keep on saying there's value, there's value, there's value, but you haven't shown a way to sell that value. And because you haven't been able to figure that out, I'm out.
I'm not a bar guy, and I can't help you in this. I'm out.
The advantage to the bar is you're going to get more money than you would normally. So if I know on a busy night I'm making $500 a seat, and going back to Mark's point, you're going to guarantee me $1,000 on a consistent basis, I'm in. Otherwise, I don't need you. You're selling access to something that in peak times gets sold out anyway. The fundamental problem is you're selling the real estate nobody wants through your service and not the stuff that's really hard to get. For that reason, I'm out.
There's definitely something to it, because people like to feel special. So by being able to reserve a seat, they get the convenience, they get to watch the game, and they also feel special. So I get that. My problem is it's just too early. You only have 3 bars, you're just starting. There's no proof of the concept yet for me. And for that reason, I'm out.
And then there was one.
All roads lead back to Mr. Wonderful, and here we are again. You know, there's a kernel of a really interesting idea here. The test should be with a bar that actually has incredibly valuable real estate. I've been going to Grill 23 for 20 years with my buddies to watch Pac games. There is no price I wouldn't pay to sit there with them, okay? But the hassle is I got to go 2 hours early to establish my real estate. If you came in here and said, we've cut a deal with Grill 23, you'd have a hell of an auction going on. That's not what you brought me. You brought me sort of, let's bring some incremental dollars in at a really bad time. I want to make money getting access to real estate that I covet. That's what the internet would be great at. That's where your model would work. And you show me a bar like Grill 23 agreeing to do that, then I know you've got something that goes nationwide. I invite you back when it's fixed, and I'm not paying a dime more than your valuation today because I gave you all the good ideas. I mean, I should own your business.
My good idea.
We just gave you a lesson on how to fix it. There's nothing to invest in here. I'm out.
You guys did not give us these ideas. These ideas came to us in the last 5 months of testing with these bars.
Guys, I think we're done here. We'll see you at Grill 23.
They can't get a seat.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Snag Stools at Tenderbox, ready to just take off, and we're really going to take this to the next level in the next year.
I'm Eric. And I'm Sasha, and our company's Buck Mason, and we're based in Los Angeles, California.
American men are ready for a different type of fashion brand. One that's rooted in completely different sensibilities, not connected to fashion. This is a real Troca Shell button.
And we have a business model that simplifies the shopping experience and makes it impossible for guys to mess up.
How's the neckline this time? 20 and 3/8, baby. American made is absolutely a priority for us.
Most people don't know that less than 2% of clothing purchased in America is actually made in America.
We really need to press the collar out and get all the wrinkles out.
The idea of not having a personal relationship with the craftsmen, making our jeans, making our shirts, just didn't make sense to us.
Totals me $88.
Since we've launched less than a year ago, our business has been growing rapidly, and every new product that we create sells out immediately. We need this investment to create enough inventory to keep up with demand.
The Sharks shouldn't invest in us just because we're made in America. They should invest in us because we're proving that American made can actually be profitable, and we're doing that day after day.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Eric Schnockenberg. And I'm Sasha Cohen. We're from Los Angeles, California. Our company is Buck Mason. We're seeking $200,000 in exchange for 8% of our company. Growing up, I always thought my father dressed cool. He wore the exact same thing every day.
beat-up blue jeans, a white V-neck tee, and a flannel work shirt. He was a brick mason, so I guess he wasn't trying to look cool. He was simply dressing out of function.
These days, it's pretty easy for a guy to get overwhelmed when it comes to shopping. Too many choices, too many trends, too many products coming from countries we've never even heard of. We've created Buck Mason to provide high-quality, American-made clothing at an accessible price point. We focus on the basics, like the perfect t-shirt, the quintessential blue jean, and the classic Oxford shirt.
On our website, we show our customers how our products are being made and who's actually making them. We call this American-made price transparency.
At Buck Mason, we're ignoring fashion trends. It's not about standing out or fitting in, it's about taste. And listen, we're not your ordinary fashion designers. We're two Midwestern guys obsessed with reclaiming American quality. Sharks, who wants to help us build the next great American clothing brand?
Can we see some of the clothes?
Yeah, Sasha's gonna hand you some.
Thank you.
Yeah, save my size for me. Get my 28-inch waist.
Oh, this feels nice.
So, Eric, walk me through how I buy it. Where do I get them?
Sure. We sell our products direct to consumer online through the Buck Mason website.
There's two ways to purchase product. One is the individual single items, which, as you can see, are really wearable.
They're cool now, they'll be cool 50 years from now.
There is another way that we sell merchandise on the site, and that's through curated packages. So what we do is we put together 3 to 6 pieces that you cannot mess up. The reason why it would work for you is because it's for guys that are just busy. You know, guys that don't have time to shop.
Or guys that have no fashion sense. And what do you charge for a pair of jeans?
So those jeans are $135.
$135 is not cheap for a pair of jeans.
So $135 is a great value for the product that we're actually making. For American made, we're about as competitive as you can get for the price.
Okay, and what about the shirts?
The t-shirts are $24, button-down shirts are $88.
Sasha, what are your sales so far?
Our sales are $300,000.
In what time period?
8 months.
8 months.
What did you do for a living before you did this?
I've spent 15 years in the apparel business.
And I come from the totally opposite end of the spectrum. I come from a more tech media side. Prior to starting Buck Mason with Eric, I created an interactive content platform called This Built America, profiling companies that are reimagining American manufacturing.
Oh, that's cool.
And it did nothing but inspire me to be completely passionate about what's happening.
If I become a customer and I buy, let's say, a shirt and jeans, I like it, how many more times in a year do I buy? What's the lifetime value of one of these guys?
Well, 38% of our customers are repeat in the last 8 months.
That's good.
And of that 38, 10% have purchased more than 3 times.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
Pretty good.
you got guys buying a white t-shirt, testing us out, realizing they like it, coming back and buying 5 more at a time. And that's how guys shop.
What matters is brand, and I understand what you're trying to do. Buck Mason is an American, heartfelt brand, and you're going to pick a price point where you think your customer acquisition cost online is going to be less than their lifetime value. That's what this business model is. Because I don't hear a retail rollout strategy. I don't hear you putting up retail stores in Soho.
He's partially right.
We've been very successful today with acquiring customers at very little to absolutely no cost. And we've been doing it through both our social and PR channels. We've had a lot of success through social. It's been a valuable tool for us.
So give us your metrics on social.
Instagram's been very helpful. We have an influencer program, okay? We identify people that we relate to very well on Instagram. They have a very high amount of followers. Most of them are photographers, and the reason why we focus on them and not specifically putting a lot of effort into fashion bloggers is because more or less we're an anti-fashion brand. Like, we're focusing on the basics and the classics. We're not following trends. And our customer is following these photographers, not the fashion blogs. They're not GQ
And what
guys.
are you doing for these photographers? Are you giving them affiliate money?
Yeah, it's a lot of
gifting.
Is your vision to take the $200,000 and accelerate the existing business model, or are you going to expand into retail or go into wholesale?
Primarily online.
So you're going to stay with this
direct-to-consumer
business
online.
model?
How much have you guys invested?
Sasha and I are the only investors. We've invested $10,000.
Can you do $500,000 this year? Is that what you figured?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are you going to make on that after you pay yourself something?
We just started paying ourselves. We think that we'll make about probably about $35,000 on that.
Ooh.
Guys, I think what you're doing is great, but I just don't want to be in the clothing business. It's that simple. I'll be a customer. It's just not a fit for me, and for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it looks great, and I love the Made America story. But I think if you were farther ahead, farther down the road, I'm not sure how much I could add to the mix of knowing what's really right to hit guys in the heart of what they want to wear. So for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, look, guys, incredible that you got to this point with $10,000. That's remarkable.
Thank you.
But I just don't understand how customers are finding you.
Yeah.
And for me, as an online company, that's the struggle. I'm out.
Appreciate it, Rob. Thank you.
You know, guys, basically companies in clothing trade at around 4 times their cash flow, and they're much larger than you are. So you need to be making somewhere between $600,000 and $750,000 after tax to get a valuation of $2.5 million. You've come in and been very aggressive in terms of your valuation here, and it's not clear what you're worth yet. It's a concept. It's starting to show some traction. I love the branding. I really do. But So you get $200,000 out of somebody, I think you're going to have to part with half the company.
I think what you're investing in here is, you know, the vision and the talent on board.
Come on, guys. If you've been in the business this long, you know that this valuation is somewhat crazy. 2.5 million, you're putting a value on what you think you're going to do in the future, I guess. That's the value of it. But my daddy didn't have 2 crystal balls, so I can't see in the future, right? This is way too costly for me. This is my industry. I'm out.
So there's one shark left.
Wow, the most fashionable sharks left. Kevin?
I don't know what to do here. I'm not sure what you're worth right now. You're worth a partnership and the beginning of a brand that no one's heard of until today. So the only way I can do this deal is I'll give you $200,000, I want 50%. And even that's generous. There's no other way to do it because you're so far from making money. I mean, how are you guys even eating?
That's why they make skinny jeans.
Eric Airbnbs his place and crashes on my couch sometimes.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, that is a startup. You are governed by gravity.
Is that your offer?
It is my only offer. I'll give you $200,000 for 50%. I'll help get your word out. I'm probably, obviously, going to be one of your customers because I like what you do.
I don't know if that's going to be helpful.
I think it is. I'm very fashion forward. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the only offer you're going to get because everybody else is out.
You know, this is something that we have scraped and clawed to do, and we're building it brick by brick, and, you know, for us to give up more than 15% equity in the company at this stage of the game is not something we'd be interested in.
Do you understand what gravity's done to you here today in the Shark Tank? Looking at the dollars you generate from it in a commodity business, there's no way to give you that value.
Let's stick to your guns, guys.
I mean,
there should be no desperation.
Do you think I'm being unfair?
Yes, you're being
Why
unfair.
don't you counter him?
We would like to counteroffer you with $200,000 for 15% plus $100,000 line of credit. Credit would only go.
15%?
Yes.
15%?
They
For
changed the offer.
200,000?
200,000.
Plus $100,000 line of credit specifically for inventory.
They'll throw in a lifetime supply of free clothes.
You get a lifetime supply of free clothing.
I can buy a lot of jeans for $200,000.
What do you think?
You know, guys, I provide factoring for all my companies. When you have real sales and it's working, it's not hard to finance that. I don't even worry about that. I'm still stuck with how I ever get my money back. Under the model you just gave me, you're going to have to make $2 million after tax.
Kevin, all you got to do is go door to door, sell some jeans, and at their margins, it won't take you long.
Guys, look, it's the first.
Eric, I'll give you the $200,000 plus $100,000 line of credit for 25%.
Now it gets interesting.
Now it gets interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to compete with that. I wouldn't even do that deal. So, guys, if you don't want my original offer, I'm out. And clearly you don't. Deal with that.
Yeah, I'll go down to 25% from Kevin's. I think you're going to make it. I don't know if I see the huge future vision. You got to take me out for a beer and explain how we're getting customers, but I think you're going to make it.
Would you consider?
I wouldn't consider anything
Guys,
below
you're
that.
so far from. You need $800,000 of free cash to get anywhere near even that.
I'm not trying to put you over a barrel.
Look, Robert's a great partner, and I'm going to sell you on Robert and why you should do this deal. You're going to be able to turn your inventory from that cash so many times and create so much more value with that cash, you'll swamp the 10% delta.
That is a hell of a deal. That is a hell of a deal with what you're at today. You make no money. You're Airbnb-ing your house.
Let him answer.
Robert, we're huge fans, and we appreciate your offer.
It's the right offer.
At this point,
it's the right offer. Don't make a mistake.
Because we believe.
Guys, you're overvaluing the equity. Sometimes cash is more valuable than equity.
Let the man
Look,
speak.
guys, I'm all about owning the equity as long as you can. But some businesses require cash up front. $300,000 is going to get you inventory. You're going to turn it over. You're going to get to the next step.
Stop and think for a minute. If you're going to walk out of here and you're going to say to yourself, wish I had said yes.
Robert, we know that we're going to get there. For us, it's a matter of when. And for us to give up that much equity,
You mean 25?
Overvaluing the equity, guys.
is not in our interest. We could do the same deal for 17%.
No, guys, now we're getting into the realm of silly. An 8% delta on something this new, it just doesn't make sense. This is real investment about you guys and what you've built so far. $200,000, 25%, $100,000 line of credit. We'll get there quickly together.
Thank you so much for your offer, Robert. We have to decline. Thank you so much.
Congrats, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
We're trying to build something that we could give to our children. Giving up 25%, 10 months into the life of our company, is not in the best interest of the long haul.
I really think that was the right offer for them.
Welcome to my world, the world of designers.
Oh, come on.
No clue.
Next into the tank is a former NFL player with a product designed to support and protect.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Brian Scott. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and my company is Knowing USA. I'm here today seeking $100,000 in exchange for 10% of my company. Knowing their high-tech insoles that absorb and disperse both low and high-frequency shock that enters our bodies whenever we jump, run, or even walk. Currently, to try to alleviate this problem, we buy something like this. It's soft, it's cushy, and so we think it'll fix our problem, but it doesn't. Take a look. The bounce of the ball is just going to show how energy is actually transferred back up into our bodies with each and every step that we take. It's called the rebound effect, and that rebound effect causes chronic pain and injury. Knowing, on the other hand, it's a viscoelastic, vulcanized rubber, and it's remarkably able to absorb and internally disperse the shock, leaving very little to no rebound effect. So what I'm going to do is take this piece of glass, I'm going to take the Knowing, I'm going to lay it on top, and then I'm going to take this weighted bocce ball and drop it on the Knowing. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God.
No way.
No way.
So notice it's not damaged, but without the protection of Knowing.
Effective presentation.
I have one other demonstration to show really quick. So here is a regular pink rubber ball, and here is a rubber ball that's made of Knowing. Let's compare the difference.
Oh, that's cool.
I have some insoles here for you because every shoe and sneaker needs a pair of Knowing. So I guarantee you our product is thinner than a dime.
Got it.
I would challenge you to find another product that's thinner than a dime to protect the glass like I just did. So these that I just handed out, these are called our under insoles. And what you do is you take out the original insole of your sneaker, you put this in your sneaker, and then you put your original insole back in. It's so thin and light, it doesn't change the fit of your shoe. In addition to the sport insole, what we were able to do is actually come up with our women's heel version. And that's the prototype we are actually in the final stages of finishing.
So Brian, how did you invent this? Are you a doctor?
No, I am not a doctor, I am not a scientist. I played in the NFL for 10 years.
You played in the NFL?
I did.
What team?
Yes, I did. I was drafted to Atlanta in the second round, 3 years there, 1 year in New Orleans, and then 6 in Buffalo.
Wow.
So our first quarter is we're focusing on insoles. Why? Because it's a product that sells over in Europe. The second phase is actually the different sport applications, such as baseball bat grips, boxing gloves, tennis rackets, tennis elbow, golf elbow, all of that.
Take us back to the background you have on why this works.
Okay, so first, Knowing is a company over in Europe that has been selling for a long period of time.
They own the product.
They own the
Do
product.
you mind sharing their sales?
They bring in, on average, about $1.2 million annually on insoles.
You're not bringing us the European stuff, obviously. Did you guys sign a license with them?
Yes, so we signed an exclusive distribution agreement to where we have all of the U.S. and Canada for the sport insoles.
How much do you buy a unit for?
$6.
$6? Whoa. $6 for a pair?
Yes, $6 for a pair.
And how much do you sell them for?
$29.99 is what they will retail for.
$6 is expensive.
No, it's expensive to make, but $29.99 for a retail price is not expensive.
The next question will prove that. How much are your sales this last year?
So, we pride our product on being thinner than a dime, and to this day, currently, we have not sold a dime. And the reason, is because,
are you kidding?
I should have put these things in my ear to avoid the shock.
Basketball, you know, the guy in basketball is always saying, I'm open, coach. And the coach said there's a reason why you're open, right?
Well, wait a second. First, let me take a step back and first explain why we have not sold anything yet. We haven't taken it to market yet. I was introduced to the company in January.
So do you own equity?
Yes, I do own equity.
How much equity do you have?
So there's four of us, so 25%. And we've committed $1 million to this project.
You're not committing $1 million. That's ridiculous. That makes no sense.
Okay, why, sir?
Why would you spend that much money?
We each have $250,000 to put in.
So you're saying that right now
it doesn't make sense.
You've dedicated, in case of a cash call, you have a cash call up to $1 million.
If you need it.
Yes, and that's where I came with the $1 million valuation. It wasn't off of projected sales or what we
now
can
we've
or
heard
can't
your
do.
story. I can tell you with certainty, because of the fact that you really have no sales yet at all, that you're not going to get $1 million valuation for this, even if the product has the merits you suggest it has. And also, the structure of this deal doesn't make a lot of sense. The better place for you, Brian, is to actually negotiate the license deal with them and get a small piece of it. Nobody wants to start from scratch and build a distribution system for one insole. That makes no sense whatsoever.
It's not just one insult,
What is
Kevin. We would take a licensing deal. We're not trying to just be a distribution company.
Yeah, you want to take any revenue you can get and get this thing going, right?
We just want to get it going. And honestly, but it's more personal than just money to me.
Well, Brian, the story for me just doesn't add up. I'm not trying to say that you did necessarily a bad job, but I don't see the applications. I'm out.
Ooh. Robert, I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that, and I can understand the skepticism.
I can't get around the fact that the unit cost us $6, which means there's a whole lot of work. It's an incredible amount of work.
It is a lot of work, but Kevin, can I just say this? A wise coach once told me, you cannot climb to the top of a mountain if the sides are smooth.
No, I totally get all that.
Yes, there is work.
I would want 50. I'd want half the company for the amount of work ahead of me. So, I'm out.
I'm sorry to hear that, Kevin.
I think it's interesting. I will definitely be a tester.
Okay.
But because I don't know for sure, for that reason, I'm out.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Lori. I was hoping the women's heels through QVC.
Brian, I'm going to make you an offer. But there's a lot of contingencies.
Three sharks are out, but Mark wants to make an offer for Brian's insole company, Noeen.
If the science behind this is legit,
yes,
then I'm interested.
Okay.
Right? But so we're going to do our due diligence.
Yes.
But I'm going to offer you $100,000 for 20%.
Okay.
One more contingency is you got to convince this guy to come in as my partner because he owns a tonic brand, right? And I think that if this truly does work, then if making it as part of a shoe would be a unique value add, and I want to see if he believes in that.
Yeah, Q was right. We purchased a brand new tonic, and it's been 3 years with us working on the running shoe because guys like Robert, you give him the wrong shoe, you're dead. That's it.
I completely understand.
What are you going to do, Dave?
I'm going to go in with Cuban and give you an offer, $100,000 for 20% on my side, and it sounds like $100,000 for 20%.
But you want 40? I thought we'd just split it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay. That's your call. Got to make a decision then.
I know I would definitely get my head cut off if I gave up 40%.
Well, but you think of it like this. You're getting two sharks.
Right.
One with an immediate use for it. Right? So now you have me on this side. I think you know Tony from Zappos, right? So we have a good amount of
yeah, look, I did work with Skechers. They'd bring us in.
Oh, Robert Green from Skechers as well. So
you've got an offer. You've got $200,000 for 40%. Each shark that's interested wants 20. On the other hand, these two are the right partners. What are you going to do?
You can counter.
Yes, I would love to counter. So both of you wanted to give $100,000 for 25%.
I liked it at the 30%.
30%.
30%,
really nice.
we got it.
You have a deal.
Done. All right.
No, you're good.
Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate it.
You better be telling me the truth. I'm coming out.
Man, you will not be disappointed. Just wait till you see it.
If you're lying to me, I'm just going to run.
Good luck.
The thing that has always motivated me is to make people proud. And I want both Mark and Damon to see at the end of all this that, man, Brian came through. He really made us proud.
What makes next Friday the biggest night in Shark Tank history?
These opportunities only come around once in a lifetime.
A revolutionary new Shark Tank.
I'm super impressed.
Followed by the premiere of Beyond the Tank.
If you're going to play this game, why not play it to win?
Can they swim with the sharks?
You gotta bite the bullet and do it right now.
Or will they go straight out of the tank?
I hate the whole thing.
Into the fire.
You guys pretty much on your own.
Huge pitches.
The car that runs on air.
Huge stakes. The Shark Tank event starts next Friday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Finally, Bruce Jenner, the interview everyone will be talking about, starts right now.